Hey, we are in the corn. Awesome. He said, somewhat sarcastically. All right. That just feels like an obvious place to drop a trap at. We're gonna pick this one up while we're over here. Survivors tend to run through here a lot. All right, we know basement's over here. That's good to know. We're definitely going to trap here. This is a window that gets used a lot as well. I mean, there are some spots on this map that absolutely should play into our strengths as trapper, but we'll see. We're going to break this. Actually, maybe we didn't need to. We're going to put one here by this window. So I guess my question is, how in the world did I miss picking up literally the trap that was right here? So my survivors, I would expect to lose a gen. Get off, Nancy. We're gonna pick this trap up while we're here. Yeah. All right. This is not really where we want to be. I can hear whoever that is. We could go back. Thank you. Oh. It doesn't matter. You're down anyway. All right, that's the honing stone. I'm gonna finish that gen, by the way, but we really would like to get her into the basement. All right, if they're not on comms, we're gonna put a trap right here. That's the gen I think they were working on before. If they're not on comms, that trap. Oh. We're gonna pop this gen. We saw him go around. My guess was he was headed to the basement. Yeah. Hi, Jane. I think Steve is there too. Hey, we're getting spun, Enzo. No. Oh my God, everybody's here. Is anybody getting that poor girl in the basement? Well, that's bad news for you guys. Steve? Steven? Steven? Yep, and there's the trap we set that we said we thought would be very good. We literally... We almost could have ended this match right here. Somebody's in a locker down here. Here? Where'd the other survivor go? Did they both get out? No. No. I'm like, I knew you were down here. You have DS? No, you don't. Oh, you're dead. This is not going well for this survivor group. Oh my God. Well, Jane. Jane. Hopefully we don't step on that trap. We need to go kind of wide. All right. Well, this could be going better for this group. So this is the part of the match where we're going to pick up a trap. Oh, we can't even pick up a trap. Where are the exit gates at? There's an exit gate. We are going to start trapping the exit gates because this is going to be a hatch game. I don't think the Steve is getting a rescue there. He is not. So we have no hatch. I hear Jane's still dying though. My question is, can we find hatch? Oh, hi Steve. Poor Steve. Hi. Steve, do you know where the hatch is? Because I don't. I was hoping you might be able to tell me. I'm just going to bloodlust you around this pallet, Steve. So that right there was the trapper snowballing quickly. And that is a brutal match for these survivors. Oh my. That is going to be, at this point, we're just going to set some traps because we haven't even gotten our max trap points. Entity very pleased. Yeah, that's a brutally quick match. And it's a sign of how when things go badly and you're playing against the trapper, they can snowball in a hurry. And if you've ever watched me play Survivor, you know that's the case. They had some solid med kits, didn't do any good. They had proved thyself on a couple of the survivors, didn't do any good. They had spine chill, they knew I was coming, didn't do any good. What basically happened in that game was I had a chance to set things up, and we got into chase, and usually as trapper, it is very normal for you to use corrupt to block gens, and then at that point to be able to set up, and by the time you're done setting up something you feel comfortable with, that you're going to lose one generator or two generators even. That's nothing unusual when you play trapper. We got into a chase after getting a good bit of setup around the area we wanted. That also included the basement and the main building, which has a lot of good choke points, windows, and other areas that we wanted to use. We were able to get all of that set up and get into a chase, and a gen never popped that entire time. They got, what, one generator done? And we basically were able to do all of that and get into a chase and get a down and get a hook without even needing to worry about a gen being gone. And if survivors haven't popped a gen on a trapper by the time that they do as much setup as I did, then that survivor group is going to be in a lot of trouble. And this one was, and it just kind of snowballed. We got one hook, and then we got somebody down. I think it was the Jane, maybe, who got down by the window. And we basically carried them, got them in the basement. We put that beautiful trap. It wasn't the Jane we got. I think it was... Who was that we got on the stairs? Maybe the Nancy, I think it was, that we downed on the window and carried to the basement. Either the Nancy or the Nia. Either way, whoever it was we got down, we ended up bringing them to the basement. We laid that one trap right there. We chased the Jane out of there. We saw the Jane headed for the rescue. We chased her out. She went to second stage, and then by that point, at one point, we looked and all 3 survivors were by the killer shack, and nobody was headed for the rescue. At that point, we knew we were in good shape because at that point, they're panicking. Nobody's getting a rescue. Somebody's dying in the basement. And when you're rushing and running quickly against a trapper, you're not paying attention to where you're going. We caught somebody at that window trap. Honing Stone made sure they stayed down, and then we got somebody on the trap in the basement, the one we said is a really good trap on the basement when you're coming around that corner. That was a beautifully laid trap. We got somebody there. At that point, it was just a very quick snowball, and there was just nothing they were going to be able to do to come back from that. And then it was just a question of whether or not we were going to find Steve or the hatch before Steve could get out the hatch, and as it turned out, we found Steve, and that was that. An easy 4K as the trapper in the new MMR test.